Hi, this is the last installment of my Psychology of Women and Gender Studies project. Just to recap, this is the fourth one. The first one was self-esteem, the second one was about sisterhood, and this one's going to be about gender roles. I don't edit because of reasons that I told you in the second video. I'm all about being real. I want to be as real with you as possible, and to be real with you, that means that I'm not going to edit. It also has something to do with me being... You just see the second video. I'm trying not to take as much time up as I did in the last one, because I can talk, as you can probably see. Anyway, we're going to talk about the New Opportunity School for Women, which I call the NOSW, and if you want to know about that, that's in the intro video. I want to preface this whole thing by saying that this is not about putting down housewives or stay-at-home moms. There's something completely admirable in that work. Like, I don't know if I could do it, at least not right now. Raising babies is a hard career to have, and I know, like, I guess you wouldn't call it a career, but it's still work, and you still don't get recognized for it, and you should be. And if you're not a stay-at-home mom or a housewife or whatever, then be sure that you do recognize these women, because it's not easy raising babies. I know, because my mother raised me, and I'm sure while I was not terrible, I was no peach. I'm certain that I could have been probably a lot easier on her. This is ultimately about challenging the characteristics society attributes to mothers and housewives. More specifically, it's about how the women of the NOSW do it, and ultimately how that's not a bad thing. So, not against stay-at-home moms or housewives. Nothing wrong with it. Okay, this is unscripted, by the way, just because I feel like the last time I spent way too much time looking down at my paper, and I don't want to do that this time. So, before we get started, I just want to talk about sex and gender and how that's two different things. Sex is what's reproductive organs you have, what's going on under your clothes. Gender are the behaviors and attitudes that society pushes on people based on what they have going on under their clothes. So ultimately, you don't have to act your gender even if society says that you should, or you don't have to act the way your sex and gender are paired up in society. So if maybe you have the reproductive business of a guy, and you in your head and your heart you feel like a woman, feel free. And by guy I mean male, not guy, because guy is gender, male is sex. Male, female, sex, woman, man, boy, girl, gender. And I make that distinction because it basically comes down to that you do not have to act the way that society says you have to. And that's important with the NOSW, the women there, because they were between the ages of 35 and 55. And not the word I would use, but what it comes down to is that they didn't let being a stay-at-home mom or being a housewife or being a woman, period, dictate the things that society said that they had to do. So at that point, they were supposed to stay at home with their kids and give all of their life to their husband and children, and there's nothing wrong with that. I've said it before, so I'm not going to say it again. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like I said, there's something admirable about it, but when it comes down to it, you don't have to. And they didn't. They left their children and families for 3 weeks to go and do things for themselves. Society says that I should probably be married and getting ready to be pregnant sometime soon. That's not going to happen. At least not right now. I don't even know how I feel about marriage. I think I'm for it. But, so, I guess it's not about that. It's not about bowing down to it. And there's nothing wrong if you do. I think that what it comes down to is having the choice to be a stay-at-home mom or to not. And these women didn't. And I think that sometimes the fear of not being with society, but being what society dictates us to be is scary. And they were not afraid to go out and not do that. So that's all I have. Talk to me about some ways that you defy gender roles, or some ways that you stay with gender roles and you're okay with it. There's nothing wrong with it. Like I said before, there's nothing wrong with being a stay-at-home mom. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, and I love her for it because it wasn't easy for her. But, just tell me your experience. Where are you at? I know I keep asking you that, but seriously. Okay, I'm done talking for right now. Maybe I'll come up with something that doesn't have anything to do with the project, but right now I guess this is the end, and it was nice informing you, or hearing your stories, and everything else, and I thank you for experiencing this with me and sharing with me. It's not easy to do what you did, so I appreciate it. Go on, keep learning, keep learning about things. Thank you. Bye.